By laying up much goods in the present, here is his allusion to the rich man's story, and in the process using up such goods as topsoil, fossil fuel, fossil water, we incur a debt to the future that we cannot repay. And so we diminish the future by deeds we call use, but which the future will call theft. We may say then that we seek the kingdom of God, but our economic behavior is robbery. He is particularly critical, Wendell Berry is, of the supremacy today in capitalism of the notion of artificially created value, value added, because ultimately value can only originate in the great economy. Moreover, because the system is based on what Marxists anyway call surplus extraction. That is, the capitalist economy accepts impoverishment as the inescapable condition of abundance. That is, some people got to be poor if other people are rich. Now, we may not say we accept that, but nothing in the track record indicates otherwise. The invariable mode of our relation both to nature and to human culture is one of mining, withdrawing from a limited fund until the fund is exhausted. And the result is the alienation of human beings from the land, from their labor, and Berry agrees that inherent in this system is fraud. This is a fraudulent system. Competitiveness as a ruling principle and a virtue imposes a logic that explains why it is so difficult for us to draw the line between free enterprise and crime. Because if our economic ideal is maximum profit with minimum responsibility, why should we be surprised to find that our corporations are so frequently in court being prosecuted for robbery? Why should that surprise us? In contrast to all this, the great economy demands responsibility, stewardship, based on a consciousness of profound interdependence with each other and with the natural order. It is a kind of human, social, economic ecology. In the great economy, all transactions count, and the account is never closed. The loser's losses finally affect the winner. If I can say parenthetically, I understand something about that. The loser's losses finally affect the winner. Dramatically portrayed in 1992 when the city I love and was born in, Los Angeles, was burned down by people who have no stake in the system. So the ideal must be the maximum well-being with the minimum consumption, because those are the demands, says Wendell Berry, of affection, of neighborliness. There is no outsider in the great economy. Whatever we do counts. If we do not serve what coheres and endures socially, economically, ecologically, we serve what disintegrates and destroys. So I commend to you this notion in a capitalist world of the kingdom of God as the great economy. I think it has the same compelling nature as Marx's metaphor of the kingdom of God in a world of real imperii. That is, it doesn't necessarily spell out an exact blueprint, but it is very clear about what is precluded, what is proscribed. And what is proscribed is systematic structural surplus containment, affluence. And guess what, folks? In our world, as readers, we live in a world that is stratifying at an exponential pace. We do. Privately controlled wealth, friends, is the raison d'etre of capitalism. Privately controlled wealth. And it is predicated upon the exploitation of natural resources and human labor. That's in the capitalist texts themselves. Adam Smith. Profit maximization renders socioeconomic stratification, objectification, alienation inevitable. At least we have yet to see a capitalist system that is not characterized by all three. And according to this gospel story, those who are privileged within this system cannot enter the great economy, because what we do and what we are is epitomizing wrong behavior. That's not good news for us. But the good news is that we can always follow in discipleship. But in order to do that, we must redistribute. Then, says Jesus, come be my disciple. We want you. We love you. But that is the demands of the gospel upon those who have much property. Which I suppose means the only question remaining is whether or not that speaks to our condition, as the Quakers would say. I think it might.